Hey, this is Billy. Thanks for stopping in. I just want to share one thing right now. The biggest mistake people make when they first try to make money online, one of the biggest mistakes is buying products that say you're going to make all kinds of money. Buying these products. If these products worked so well, the people selling them would not sell them. Okay? The people who really make money online are the ones who make these products with these incredible sales pages to try to make people like you and me buy them. I'm not saying when you buy a product that you won't get tips from it. What I am saying is there's always a disclaimer at the bottom of the product for a reason. Because most of the time it's almost it's incredibly difficult, for the product to do what it says it's going to do. So, I mean, think about it. It's common sense. It's like, well, and some of the salespeople have said, I've heard them say, oh, I've made so many millions of dollars online. It's time for me to share what I've learned. That's ridiculous. Why would they put so much time and effort into doing something like that for the whole world? I mean, it's just absurd. It doesn't happen. I mean, I'm not saying these people aren't legitimate. Some of them who make these products. I'm not saying that at all. Some of them worked very, very hard creating the product. You know, the other thing, so I mean, and some of them are making tons of money off of selling these products, not doing what the product says it'll do. Okay. Now, this is 9 years of experience talking, and a lot of lost money later. The other thing is, I'm not saying not to do this, but be very, very careful when you're buying other people's websites. Okay, very careful. A lot of caution, a lot of research has to be done when you do that. Okay, there's some great places to buy websites, but if you do, you just got to be careful because you know, you, unless you can sit down with a person face to face, okay, just be real careful buying a website online. That is going to promise you, hey, it's making this much money, just buy it, you'll continue the flow. You know, but what person doesn't want to sell their website? Are they going into the details about how much work you know, how much work they really do, how many hours they're putting in to make the money that the website's making, um, the hosting costs? I mean, there's a lot of details that are critical that you have to know that, it's easy for people to fudge on these things. I mean, and I'm not being weird, but let's just be honest. I mean, and if they fudge just a little bit or they exaggerate a little bit, they may be bringing in the money that they say they are. But when they say, they're working 4 hours a day or 2 hours a day to make that money, well, guess what? They might be working 4 or 6, and if they are working only 2, they might have a computer that's, incredibly fast, no distractions, their own office. Their 2 hour work day might be an 8 hour work day for you. Okay, and it's not just because of equipment. It's because they know exactly what they're doing. They have been running this website for years, maybe. Okay, you've never ran a website before, and if you have, maybe not to this to capacity. Be very careful, okay? That don't when someone says, "Oh, it takes 2 hours a day to run the website. It takes 15 minutes a day." Bull crap, okay? If you're making lots of money, I don't know anybody who can run a website for 15 minutes a day. I mean, that's just that's hogwash. So just be very cautious, okay? So we'll get into ways that you do make money, but first there's some things that you don't do right off the bat, you know, or you have to do with incredible caution. So, and those are two of them. Um, and again, I'm not saying people aren't legitimate, but people will do fudge. They'll bend the truth a little bit, and it can cost you tons of money. I mean, tons. People sell websites for that. So I'll build you a website for $5,000, and then you put it on a credit card, and they'll actually launch it for you and say, I promise you'll make $1,000 or two. Well, I've seen the guy he did a launch, and the guy bought the website for $3,000 or $5,000. He made $1,000 or $1,500 in 18 hours, and after that, nothing. I mean, and he worked and worked and worked, and then over the next 2 months, maybe it was $200 or $300, and that was it. So, I mean, it was just a mess, and then he didn't know how to program and do certain things that, once a person sells you a website, I mean, you may never hear from them again. I mean, you might, but you may not. So, all right. So just I just want to protect you first of all, and then we'll get into ways that you do make money online. So, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon.